Hello, young man. I'm here to talk to you about a very important topic. Something that I've struggled with throughout my life as a crime fighter. And that's the development of a healthy self-esteem. You see, as a vigilante, I've faced my fair share of setbacks, losses, and frustrations. I've lost loved ones, suffered injuries, and faced countless moments of doubt and uncertainty. But despite all of this, I've learned to build a strong sense of self-worth, and I want to share that with you. It's not easy, I won't lie to you. There have been times when I felt like giving up, when the weight of my responsibilities and the danger of my mission seemed too much to bear. But I've always found a way to push through, to keep moving forward, and to find a way to overcome the obstacles that stood in my way. And I want to tell you how I did it. First and foremost, it's about self-awareness. You have to understand who you are, what you want, and what you're capable of. You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses, and you have to be honest with yourself about what you need to work on. For me, that meant recognizing my own limitations and vulnerabilities, and finding ways to address them. It meant training harder, learning new skills, and seeking out the help and support of others when I needed it. But self-awareness is just the first step. The next step is to develop a growth mindset. You have to believe that you can learn, grow, and change, no matter what challenges you face. You have to be open to new experiences, new ideas, and new perspectives, and you have to be willing to take risks and step outside of your comfort zone. That's not always easy, I know. It's scary to face the unknown, and it's tempting to stick with what you know and what feels safe. But if you want to build a strong sense of self-worth, you have to be willing to take those risks and face those challenges head-on. Now, I know that it's not always easy to develop a growth mindset, especially when you're faced with setbacks and disappointments. But here's the thing. Setbacks and disappointments are a natural part of life. They're going to happen, no matter what you do. The key is to learn from them, to use them as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than letting them define you. For me, that meant learning from my mistakes, rather than dwelling on them. It meant analyzing what went wrong, and using that information to make adjustments and improvements for the future. Another important thing is to focus on the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. But the truth is, the only moment that truly exists is the one that's right in front of you. So instead of getting bogged down in worries or regrets, try to stay focused on what you can control and what you can do right now to move closer to your goals. For me, that means staying focused on the task at hand, whether it's investigating a crime, training with my allies, or simply taking care of myself and my own needs. It's also important to surround yourself with positive influences, people who support and encourage you, rather than tearing you down. As a vigilante, I've had to be careful about who I trust, but I've been lucky to have a few close allies who have been with me every step of the way. They've helped me to stay grounded, to stay focused, and to stay committed to my mission, even when things got tough. And I've tried to do the same for them, to be a source of support and encouragement when they needed it. Now, I know that building a healthy sense of self-worth isn't easy, and it's not something that you can do overnight. It takes time, effort, and patience, and it requires a willingness to learn, grow, and change. But I want you to know that it's worth it. When you have a strong sense of self-worth, you're more confident, more resilient, and more capable of overcoming the challenges that life throws your way. You're better able to navigate the ups and downs of life, and you're more likely to achieve your goals and realize your dreams. So how can you start building a healthy sense of self-worth? Well, first and foremost, take some time to reflect on your values and your goals. What matters most to you? What do you stand for? What do you want to achieve? Once you have a clear sense of your values and goals, you can start to make decisions that align with them, and you can start to take action towards achieving them. It's also important to practice self-care, to take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. That means getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising regularly, and finding healthy ways to manage stress and anxiety. It means taking time to relax, to unwind, and to recharge. And it means being kind to yourself, rather than beating yourself up over mistakes or setbacks. Another important thing is to focus on your strengths, rather than your weaknesses. We all have things that we're good at, and things that we're not so good at. And while it's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, and to work on improving them, it's also important to focus on your strengths, and to use them to your advantage. For me, That means using my skills and abilities to make a positive impact on the world and to help others in need. Finally, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts. Building a healthy sense of self-worth is a journey, not a destination. It's something that you work on every day, with every decision, and with every action. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. And if you're struggling, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Talk to a trusted friend or family member, or seek out the support of a mental health professional. And remember, you are not alone. We all struggle with self-doubt and uncertainty at times, but with the right mindset, the right support, and the right tools, you can overcome those struggles and build a strong sense of self-worth. So, stay positive, stay focused, and stay committed to your goals. And always remember that you are capable of achieving great things, no matter what challenges you face. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.